Good morning, everybody. Hope you had a fabulous weekend. Hope you enjoyed watching football or whatever it is you like to do on the weekend. Hope it's a beautiful weekend. Here, Saturday was a complete washout. Rained all day from Friday night to Saturday night. Finally, yesterday, got some sun out. We got some cooler weather coming down here in Southeast Texas. We're all happy about that. Anyway, great weekend of football. Big news from last night. We're going to go over that. We'll go over the things that happened on Friday, Saturday. Before we start, hit that subscribe button down there so you don't miss anything. All right, let's get started with the news then. Of course, the big news last night, well, goes back to Saturday night. A&M just throttled LSU. Yesterday, late afternoon, early evening, LSU fired Brian Kelly. $54 million buyout. I think they're finalizing all that from what I've read. The interim coach, running backs coach, Frank Wilson, he was at McNeese. He was at UTSA. He did a few stops here and there. Looking at his head coaching record, granted, McNeese and UTSA don't have the talent LSU does. LSU's got talented players. I don't know what the hell happened there. But maybe he can do something with them, and who knows? Maybe he'll get on a winning streak with them. You never know. Sometimes you just need some fresh blood to get the morale up. And then after they fired Brian Kelly, sometime last night or this morning, I'm not sure when it happened, they got rid of OC Joe Sloan. So a lot of LSU fans are happy about that. Brian Kelly and Joe Sloan gone. I know my wife is. She's all woohoo partying now. So, yeah. Who's going to be their next coach? I don't know. Stay tuned. We'll find out. All right. Man, some sad news here. Also, University of Houston football director of strength and performance, I forget his name, but passed away from cancer at 61. I remember he was diagnosed back in, I think, February. I actually came to address the team on Thursday before they left for Arizona State. But 61 years old. I want to say it was maybe leukemia. I forget. Not sure exactly what it was, but yeah, and then for some reason I didn't even put his name down, but I remember this came out last February. Anyway, prayers to him, his family, his colleagues, all the players there at U of H. 61, still young. I mean, in today's world, 61 is still young. What else we got here? Colorado coach Prime says he is dumbfounded and trying to figure out how Buffs lost so bad to Utah. Utah's a good team. Colorado's not. There you go. Maybe that could be your answer there. Texas Tech backup quarterback Will Hammond. He is out for the season. ACL. I think it's a torn ACL. He came in, played for injured starter Behren Morton a couple times. Played pretty good too. But yeah, they're without him now for the rest of the season. I think Morton's back. I think he's back. I'm not sure, but I think he might be back. But third string's got to step up now and be the backup there for Texas Tech. The last bit of news: 68-year-old Robert Gaithers. Ever heard of Robert Gaithers? Played in South Carolina from 1977 to 1980 as a defensive end. He and his wife Deborah were awarded $18 million from a concussion lawsuit they filed against the NCAA. Robert has developed dementia over the last several years. Doctors say he displays symptoms of chronic traumatic encephalopathy. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. But anyway, doctors say it. It's actually a brain disease that's found in former football players. That's CTE. There you go. Never knew how to say the last word of it. His attorney says the NCAA has known about concussion risks since the 1930s, but only recently have they warned players and coaches about it, the risks. So the NCAA said they're going to appeal it, but as of right now, yeah, him and his wife got $18 million coming from the NCAA until they appeal it, and who knows what's going to happen after that. But yeah, that stuff, man, that CTE stuff affecting a lot of former players. We got some midweek games, and just like last week there. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m., ESPNU, 2-5 UTEP versus 5-2 Kennesaw State. 7 p.m. on the ESPN2, 6-1 James Madison goes to 3-4 Texas State. Wednesday, 6:30 on the ESPN2, 4-3 Jacksonville State versus 1-5 Middle Tennessee. 7 p.m. on CBS Sports Network, 3-4 Florida International. They go and play 4-3 Missouri State. Thursday, 6:30 ESPN2. This one may not be too bad. Marshall versus Coastal Carolina. Both of them are 4-3. Both of them looking to get 5 wins. And then 6:30 ESPN on Thursday. 6-1 Tulane comes down to Texas, up the road to San Antonio to play 3-4 UTSA. Okay, so this weekend, like I said, we had some good games. Some crazy things happen. North Texas, this go back to Friday. North Texas is 7-1. They beat Charlotte 54-20. Close game. I mean, it was 17-12 at halftime. And it was a 7-point game hitting all the way into the fourth. In the fourth quarter, UNT scored 27 unanswered points. UNT quarterback Drew Mestemaker, 37 for 49, 608 passing yards, which is a record, I think, for the conference. 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Sibling, 2 rushing touchdowns. Hawkins, 2 touchdown catches. Pretty lame, even game until the fourth quarter, and UNT said enough of this, so they just turned it on. Virginia Tech, they got another win. They beat Cal 42-34 in 2 overtimes. Cal's 5-3 now. Quarterback Kyron Drones for the Hokies, 119 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, ran for 137 and 2 touchdowns. I know Hokies O-line's been having some problems. I didn't see the game, so I don't know if their O-line stepped up or if Cal's defensive line is just that bad. I'm not sure. Anyway, good thing for the Hokies. They got another win. Boise State, they went to 6-2, beat Nevada 24-3. I actually thought Boise State would score more points than this on Nevada, but hey, 24-3, it's a win. Dartmouth, they are 5-1, beat Columbia 49-3. Their quarterback Grayson Sonier, 162 passing yards, touchdown pass, ran for 3 touchdowns also. Tyson Grimm, 75-yard pick 6 for Dartmouth. Montana, FCS, they are 8-0, beat Sacramento State 49-35. Their quarterback, Kalei Ayat, I think I got it right, 196 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. Michael Wortham caught a touchdown pass and ran for 2 touchdowns for the Grizzlies. All right, Saturday, 2-6 Akron. They got a little bit of an upset. They beat 4-3 Buffalo, 24-16. They're actually down 10-3 at half. In the second half, their quarterback Ben Finley threw 2 touchdown passes and ran for another touchdown to upset Buffalo. Auburn, 3-4 Auburn beat 2-5 Arkansas, 33-24. Auburn's McPherson, 6 field goals. He kicked 6 field goals. He saved the day. Jackson, the quarterback, he was replaced by Daniels at one point. Arkansas's Green, 3 fourth-quarter interceptions. Arkansas did own the second quarter, though. They scored 21 points there. Couldn't manage to win. All right, one of the big ones, number 2, Indiana. Everybody's going, what was going to happen against UCLA? They're on this winning streak. Well, Indiana beat them by 50. Mendoza, 68 completion rate of his passes. 168 yards, 3 touchdowns, ran for a touchdown. They were 12 for 16 on third down in this game. Lamaleva, 48%, completed 48% of his passes. 113 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, sacked 3 times. Williams Jr. for the Hoosiers, 109 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns. Fisher had a 25-yard pick 6. Defense held UCLA to just 88 rushing yards. Previous 4 games UCLA was in, they rushed for over 100 in those games. But Indiana, man, they just keep rolling. Number 7, Georgia Tech beat Syracuse 41-16. This game was 3-3 in the first quarter. Haynes King, 25 for 31, 81% completion rate, 304 yards, 3 touchdowns, ran for 91 yards and 2 touchdowns. I think that was a school record I saw, or the first time that's happened for a Georgia Tech player since something crazy like 60s or something. Tight end Beetham caught 2 touchdown passes. Watch this one. This was a good game. Number 18 Ole Miss beat number 13 Oklahoma 34-26. Chambliss for the Rebels, 315 passing yards, a touchdown. Lacey, 2 rushing touchdowns. Mateer didn't look like the Mateer we usually see. I mean, he still had a good game, 223 passing yards, a touchdown, but he was sacked 3 times. Robinson, though, kind of picked up the slack, 109 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns for the Sooners. It took overtime for number 16 Virginia to beat North Carolina 17-16. And North Carolina is better in most post-game categories than Virginia was, except third down and penalties. UNC defense caused a turnover, and they had 6 sacks, so not all bad for North Carolina. 6-1 Memphis, man. They beat number 18 South Florida 34-31. Their quarterback Lewis, 61% completion rate, 307 yards, 2 touchdowns, including a 10-yard touchdown pass to Branham Jr. with 1:07 left remaining in the game. South Florida, way better on third down, rushing yards and total yards. Memphis still won the game, though. Wake Forest, man, they are 5-2. Beat SMU 13-12. Connor Culvert barely hit a 50-yard field goal on the last play to win that game. SMU, only 8 first downs in this game. 246 total yards. Turned the ball over 3 times. Wake Forest did have 5 turnovers, but they managed to win. Kansas State beat rival Kansas 42-17. Both of them are 4-4 now. What the hell has happened to the Kansas teams? Wildcats Johnson, 65% completion rate, 231 yards, 2 touchdowns, ran for 2 touchdowns also. Jace Brown had 160 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns. Only 3 for 10 on third down, Kansas State was. But they were 2 for 2 on fourth down, so that helped out. Only 1 turnover and 3 penalties. That kind of helped them win that one, too. Daniels for Kansas, 129 passing yards, touchdown. Ran for a touchdown, but sacked 4 times by the Wildcat defense. Kansas, they had 1 more first down than KSU, and they were better on third down, but lost the game. Pretty good rushing game here. 6-2 Nebraska beat 5-3 Northwestern, 28-21. Rayola for Nebraska, 1 touchdown. Emmett Johnson, though, 124 rushing yards with 2 touchdowns. Hell of a game for him. Williams, 95-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Northwestern Stone, 159 passing yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Komalafe, 125 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. See what I mean by saying but it was a rushing game? Wasn't pretty for Nebraska, but they did make the plays to win that game. I'll tell you, Northwestern, though, they need more wide receivers to get open because Stone just kept trying to throw to that one. I forget his name, but I think he's number 17. And he was forcing stuff to get it to him. They need to get some more receivers out there involved in the game, or they need to figure out how to get open better because you just can't have one receiver and expect to have, win games. Rutgers, hey, they moved to 500. They are 4-4 now. Beat Purdue 27-24. Game-winning field goal by Patel as time expired. They carried him off the field. Rutgers Duff, 241 receiving yards and a touchdown. Nice game for him. Purdue has lost 5 straight one-score games. That's just crazy. That really is. Ohio, they are 5-3. Beat Eastern Michigan 28-21. Ohio's Navarro, 23 for 28, 82% completion rate, 315 yards, 2 touchdowns to Hendricks, who had 112 receiving yards. Harris II, he came in second, had 103 receiving yards. Banskura, 100 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. Nice game for him. They were 3 for 15 on third down, 2 for 3 on fourth down. Eastern Michigan's Kim, nice game though, 259 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and he ran for a touchdown. But they still lost. Old Dominion, they are back to winning. Thank the good Lord. Beat Appalachian State 24-21. Both of them are 4-3 now. Joseph for Old Dominion, 310 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. One of them, the Gladden, who had 105 receiving yards. They were 9 for 18 on third down. New Mexico beat Utah State 33-14. Both of them are 4-3. Rice, man, they beat UConn in 2 overtimes. They are 4-4 now. UConn drops to 5-3. Rice won by 3. Temple, they are 4-3. Beat Tulsa by 1 in overtime. Southern Miss, they are 6-2. Beat Louisiana Monroe 49-21. Southern Miss's quarterback Braxton, 248 yards, 4 touchdowns. Navy, they just keep rolling. They are 6-0. Beat Florida Atlantic 42-32. Horvath for a Navy, 174 rushing yards, 4 touchdowns in this game. So Horvath and Navy are on a roll. 5-1 San Diego State just wiped 5-2 Fresno State away, 23-0. San Diego State Sutton, 131 rushing yards and a touchdown. Latuli, 31-yard pick six. Fresno State, only 14 first downs, 0 for 3 on fourth down, only 45 rushing yards. Wow. 2 turnovers also. They also committed 2 turnovers. 3-4 Washington State beat 4-3 Toledo, 28-7. Eckhouse for the Cougars, 159 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, ran for 74 and a touchdown. 5-3 Miami of Ohio beat 4-4 Western Michigan, 26-17. Miami of Ohio's Finn, touchdown pass, and ran for a touchdown in the fourth quarter. 5-3 Central Michigan beat UMass, who's 0-8 now. Massachusetts is 0-8. Beat them 38-13. Central Michigan, 502 total yards in that game. Minnesota. What the hell happened, Minnesota? 6-2 Iowa beats 5-3 Minnesota, 41-3. Gronkowski passing touchdown and a rushing touchdown. And I think I read that's his first passing touchdown of the year, which is crazy because he did some crazy, amazing things at South Dakota State. Lutmer, 34-yard pick six. Broke a tackle doing it. Did you see that? Got the pick, ran right into a wall of a couple players, shook them off, and kept on going. Pretty impressive. Lindsey from Minnesota, 109 yards, 3 interceptions, sacked 4 times in this game. Darius Taylor, he went out early, so Lindsey came in. Iowa's, how do you say his name? Wajin? Yeah, Wajin. Punt return for a touchdown. Game was, Iowa played pretty much a complete game. Offense, defense, special teams, kicking. A lot of big plays in this game. That's what you expect to see from Iowa, but you really don't from week to week. Minnesota's outscored 101-20 in their 3 road games this year. That is not a good stack. You know, PJ Fleck is pissed about that. 5-2 Pitt beat 4-3 North Carolina State, 53-34. Hinchell for Pitt, 423 yards, 3 touchdowns. Hicks and Johnson, both over 100 receiving yards and a touchdown. Bailey for NC State, 225 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. 2 to Jolly, who had 101 receiving yards. Pitt, 29 first downs. The Wolfpack, only 15. 5-2 Washington beat number 23 Illinois, 42-35. Williams Jr. for Washington, 26 for 33, 79% completion rate, 280 yards, 4 touchdowns. 2 of them to how do you say his name? Roebuck. Illinois' Altemeyer, 199 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Did have 65% completion rate, but both of them, Washington and Illinois, were 9 for 12 on third down. Both over 80 yards and penalties. That ain't good. Illinois, what can you say? Self-inflicted wounds, offense, defense, and kicking game. Defense needs to find a way to make the big plays and get off the field to get the offense back on. That's just my from what I've been seeing. Not just yesterday, but through the whole year. They've defense have kept them on the field longer than they should have a lot of times. Number 11 BYU, they are 7-0. Went up to Ames, beat 5-2 Iowa State, 41-27. Bachmeier, 307 yards, 2 touchdowns, rushing touchdown. Kingston, 133 receiving yards and a touchdown. Satulia, 40-yard pick 6. A lot of pick 6s this weekend. Rocco Beck for Cyclones, 311 yards, touchdown, 3 interceptions, sacked 4 times. Hanson, though, 152 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. A lot of that, too. A lot of running backs went over 100 yards this weekend and scored 2 touchdowns. It's like the pick 6 and rushing for over 100 with 2 touchdowns is kind of like a theme this weekend. Iowa State was better in third down, first down, passing yards, rushing yards, total yards, but they had 4 turnovers and Beck was sacked 4 times. This game here, man, it was kind of wild and crazy. Number 10 Vanderbilt beat number 15 Missouri, 17-10. Game was 3-3 at halftime. Very defensive game. Aggressive defense in this game. Pavia, 129 yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. He did run for a touchdown. Young, 86 rushing yards and a touchdown. Missouri's Pribula, 68 yards because he left with an ankle injury. When the reports first came out, they was like saying they don't know when he's going to be back. But now it's an ankle injury. I think it's going to be day to day, but we'll have to see about that. Zollers, 138 passing yards. He came in for Pribula. Touchdown. They were actually better in all categories than Vanderbilt was. Vanderbilt, man, great red zone play. They were great in the red zone. Stuffed Mizzou quite a few times. Just going into that game against Texas next week. That's going to be a very interesting game. South Carolina, you had it. Man, you had it. But number 4, Bama beat you. 29-22. South Carolina 3-5 now. Bama was actually down 8 points in the fourth quarter in this game, but they came back and won it. Simpson, 253 yards, 2 touchdowns. Bernard rushing and receiving touchdowns in the final 2.5 minutes of this game. Sellers for South Carolina, 222 yards, touchdown, interception, ran for 67 yards and a touchdown. One thing I noticed about this game is no matter what happened, Alabama didn't freak out or crap in their pants or anything. 5 or 11 of their drives, 5 out of 11 of their drives, they were 3 and out. But they didn't freak out or nothing. They just kept going, made plays, and ended up winning that game. Pretty kind of impressive, even though they only won by 7 points. Number 21, Cincinnati beat Baylor 41-20. Sorsby for the Bearcats, 2 touchdown passes, ran for a touchdown. Baylor's Robertson, 137 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and ran for a touchdown. Only 266 total yards for Baylor, and they committed 2 turnovers. Number 14, Texas Tech beat Oklahoma State 42-0. Griff's passing touchdown and running touchdown. Williams, 99-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Oklahoma State, 9 first downs, 182 total yards, and 2 turnovers in that one. It just doesn't get any better for the Cowboys. This one here, this was Mississippi State, man. Y'all had it. Y'all freaking had it. Went to overtime. Second week in a row for Texas to win the game in overtime. Texas beats Mississippi State 45-38. Mississippi State now 4-4. Manning, 63% completion rate, 346 yards, 3 touchdowns. 2 to Mosley, ran for a touchdown. He was sacked 5 times, left the game early with looked like it might have been a concussion. I think I read he's in maybe concussion protocol. Shapen for Mississippi State, 62% completion rate, 381 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 of them to Thompson. He was sacked 7 times by the Longhorn defense. 9.5 minutes left. Mississippi State is up by 17. I don't know what happened. I don't know if they relaxed. I don't know if they were, hey, we got it, let's start partying. But UT scored 24 in the fourth quarter. Blocking for Manning all night was not great. He was rushed quite a few times, but it did get better in the fourth quarter, enabling them to come back and win that game. Jeff Lebby and Mark Stoops, those are 2 SEC coaches that got to be kicking themselves in the ass right now. TCU, they are 6-2, beat West Virginia 23-17. Hoover, 62% completion rate, 247 yards and a touchdown. McAllister, 124 rushing yards and, only 1 touchdown, not 2. Troy, they are 5-2, beat Louisiana 35-23. Troy's Kilcrease, 180 passing yards and a touchdown. 3 interceptions, though. But he also ran for 2 touchdowns, so I guess that kind of makes up. Lovett, 113 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. White had a 30-yard pick 6 for Troy. Number 19, Miami beat Stanford 42-7. It was 7-7 at halftime. I guess Miami said enough of this crap. Fletcher Jr., 106 rushing yards and not 2 but 3 touchdowns. Nice game for him. Beck had a touchdown pass. Stanford, only 8 first downs, 144 total yards, 2 turnovers, but only 2 penalties. So I guess if you got some good news, there it is. Tell you what, I didn't watch that game. I was seeing the score down at the bottom, 7-7. I was like, could Miami actually be upset there? Nope, didn't happen. Number 6, Oregon beat Wisconsin 21-7. Davidson for the Ducks, 102 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. Really thought the Ducks would win by more, but it was rainy. It was kind of sloppy. It was more a rushing game than anything. Oregon did look slow and sluggish, though. So, I don't know. That happened before this season where they start off slow. When you get into the CFP, you're not going to be able to do that. You're going to have to start fast. And Fickle, I guess he still has a job. We're still waiting on that to see what happens today. Wyoming 4-4 beat Colorado State 28-0. Anderson 2 touchdown passes for the Cowboys. Number 25, Michigan beat one of their rivals, Michigan State 31-20. We got the Paul Bunyan Trophy. I think that's what their trophy is. Haynes for the Wolverines, 152 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. Michigan State, 105 yards and penalties. That ain't going to help you win the game. Michigan State defense, though, they did play well. They did play well in this game. But lack of offensive production kept them on the field. They just got wore out. Michigan wore them out, wore them down, and wins the game. Number 19, Louisville beat Boston College 38-24. Louisville's Moss, passing touchdown, and he ran for 2 touchdowns. I actually didn't think A&M was going to win this game. LSU's good. They are. They just got some crappy coaching going on. Death Valley at night. A&M only beat Arkansas by 3. A&M normally flubs up a couple games. So I said, yeah, they're probably not going to win this game, but my God. Beat LSU 49-25. Got Kelly and his OC fired. Reed, 202 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, ran for 108 and 2 touchdowns. Nussmeier, 168 passing yards, touchdown, sacked 5 times by the A&M defense. A&M's Concepcion, receiving touchdown and a 79-yard punt return. He had 177 all-purpose yards in this game. A&M was 7 for 10 on third down, 426 total yards. LSU's Berry had a rushing touchdown. Green and Parker had touchdown catches, 2 for 12 on third down. A&M dominant in the second half after fixing some of those first half mistakes. Because they did. They made some mistakes. I was like, oh, boy, here we go. LSU's going to capitalize and just keep pouring it on. But, hey, I don't know what was said in that locker room by Elko, but the second half, that was a different A&M team. Aggies, 8-0 for the first time since 1992. Remains to be seen who LSU is going to be coached by next. Number 17, Tennessee beat Kentucky 56-34. Aguilar for the Vols, 77% completion rate, 396 yards, 3 touchdowns. Nice game for him. Bishop, 2 rushing touchdowns. Brazil, 138 receiving yards and a touchdown. Matthews, 109 receiving yards and a touchdown. How do you say his name? Farouk, 45-yard pick 6. Bully for Kentucky, not a bad game. 330 passing yards and 5 touchdowns. 2 of them to Miller, who had 120 receiving yards. But Kentucky, 3 total turnovers, 73 yards in penalties. Houston, they are quietly a 7-1. Nobody's really talking about them. Beat number 24 Arizona State in Tempe, 24-16. Cougs led this game 24-0 hitting into the fourth quarter. Kind of let up a bit. Arizona State started coming back. They scored 16 in the fourth quarter, but they came up short. Wigman for the Cougars, 201 passing yards, touchdown. Ran for 111, and you guessed it, 2 touchdowns. Kazoy, 100 receiving yards and a touchdown. They were 7-15 on third down. Defense had 3 sacks. Levitt for the Sun Devils, 270 yards, threw it for a touchdown pass. Arizona State did have more total yards, but only 98 rushing yards, and they had 76 yards of penalties. So there you go. Utah 6-2 beat Colorado 53-7. Deion's wondering how they lost so bad. Ficklin for Utah, 140 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, ran for 151 and a touchdown. There might be a hint there, Coach Prime. Parker, 145 rushing yards and a touchdown. Colorado, 12 first downs in this game, 3 for 16 on third down, 140 total yards in this one. O-line gave up 7 sacks. So right there, post-game stats, Dion. You might want to look at that. All right, so on the FCS side, had some big games. Montana State, they are 6-2. Beat Cal Poly 34-17. The big one, though, number 1, North Dakota State versus number 2, South Dakota State. I thought it'd be a good game. They were playing there in, was it Brookings, South Dakota, where South Dakota State is? Nope. North Dakota State whooped them by 31. Peyton for the Bison, 243 passing yards. No touchdowns, but he did run for 137 and 4 touchdowns against the Jackrabbits. Jackrabbits scored in the second quarter. That was it. Yeah, that's. I really thought they were going to do a hell of a lot better in their own home stadium. No, they just got wiped out. Hey, UT Rio Grande Valley, man, what a story! In their first season, they are 6-2. Beat Incarnate Word, who's been a badass FCS team the last few years, not this year, but beat them 56-28. Lee Marburger for UT Rio Grande Valley, 440 passing yards, 6 touchdowns. I don't know if they can go to a bowl game this year because it's their first year. I think they can't, but still, 6-2 in your first year. I mean, people see that. Hell, you'll get some good players coming to your school. Maybe you can keep that going for years. Stephen F. Austin, 6-2, beat Eastern Texas A&M 31-21. Harris for the Lumberjacks, 183 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns. North Dakota, they are 6-2, beat Indiana State 46-17. Kamenetsky for North Dakota, 300 passing yards, 4 touchdowns. Alabama State, they are 5-2, beat Alabama A&M 56-13, 49-6 at halftime. Bodie for Alabama State, 5 touchdown passes in this game. Villanova, they are 6-2, beat Albany 29-16. Colella for Villanova, 107 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns. Tarleton State, they are 9-0, beat Eastern Kentucky 31-7, 10-7 at halftime. Tarleton State scored 21 in the third quarter. Lamar, down in Beaumont, Texas, they are 7-1, beat Northwestern State 41-14. Lamar's Coleman, 101 rushing yards. You know how many touchdowns? 2, like everybody else in the land. Prairie View A&M, they up the road. They are 6-2. They've been a lot of good FCS teams here in Texas this year. They are 6-2. Beat Lincoln 38-0. Peters 243 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. UC Davis, they are 6-1. Beat North Colorado 27-16. UC Davis's Harper 216 yards, 3 touchdown passes. Mercer, they are 6-1, beat VMI 62-0. Atkinson had a school record, 538 passing yards, 5 touchdown passes. Southeast Louisiana, they are 6-2, beat Houston Christian 38-14. Game was 14-7 at halftime. Monmouth, they are 7-1, beat Hampton 28-10. Monmouth's Nelson, 233 rushing yards, 4 rushing touchdowns. Tennessee Tech, they are 8-0, beat Southeast Missouri State 42-23. Lehigh, they are 8-0, beat Fordham 27-6. Rhode Island, they are 7-2, beat Bryant 38-17. Rhode Island's Farrell, 2 touchdown passes. Winnewish, 2 rushing touchdowns. Howard, 6-0, beat Princeton 35-14. Game was 21-14 at halftime. Drake, they are 5-2, beat Marist 31-17. Drake's in Inagawa, I think that's how he says his name. 2 touchdown passes and a rushing touchdown. And Yale beat Penn 35-13. Both of them are 4-2 now. Reno for Yale, 211 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. Brown, 121 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns for Yale. That is it. That is Week 9 review. Off to Week 10. We'll be back Thursday or Friday to preview what's coming up this weekend. Got some good games coming up. Vanderbilt, Texas, USC, Nebraska. Ohio State and Penn State looked like a good game a couple of months ago, but anyway, yeah. It's Monday. It sucks, but like I said before, what are you going to do? That's life. Keep your head down. Keep busy, and the weekend will be here again before you know it. We will see you Thursday or Friday.